Hey, Skull Nation. What's up, my fellow Vikings faithful? I'm your die-hard purple warrior, right here pumping up the horns for Minnesota's finest. Buckle up because tonight on Vikings News, we're diving headfirst into that gut-wrenching Thursday night football beatdown out in Inglewood. Chargers 37, Vikings 10. Yeah, it stings like a frozen tundra wind, but stick with me as we unpack this disaster, spotlight the silver linings, and rally for what's next. You ready to roar back? Let's charge into it. What do you think went wrong first? Drop it in the comments. The West Coast curse hit us like a Herbert scramble we couldn't corral. Our defense, those beasts we've been hyping all season, logged over 39 grueling minutes on the field, and it felt like every snap was an uphill battle in the snow. Nothing clicked our way from the jump. Short week vibes after that brutal Eagles loss had us gassed. And the Chargers? They feasted. Head coach Kevin O'Connell laid it bare post-game. We got outplayed. We got outcoached. No sugarcoating, folks. That's the fire we need. But hey, Skull fans, isn't this the grit that forges champions? Tell me, who's the one guy you want to see bounce back hardest? Justin Herbert? That dude was a nightmare on wheels and wheels alike, slicing us up for 18 of 25 passing, 3 touchdowns, just 1 pick, and a scorching 122.8 passer rating. Oh, and he bolted for 62 rushing yards, dodging our rush like it was optional. We had Jonathan Greenid and Jonathan Allen notch a sack each. Shout out to those Warriors for the pressure, but it wasn't enough to rattle him. Joshua Metellus nailed it. We've got to figure out how to get these mobile quarterbacks on the ground so they stop extending plays. This league's full of scramblers, and with 2 more elite ones on our schedule, we've got homework. Team, what adjustment do you scream for on that front? Early fireworks that fizzled fast. Isaiah Rodgers snagged a Herbert pass on LA's second snap, bolting it back to the end zone for what looked like a pick-6 momentum swing. Hearts pounding, right? But nope. Replay booth says incomplete, and just like that, the air deflated. It was the perfect tease of our night. Glimpses of glory snatched away. The short-lived hype? It mirrored every drive where we teased but couldn't seal. Skull Nation, remember those nail-biters we've clawed back from? This one's a lesson. How do we turn those almosts into roars? Mid-third quarter magic from Metellus. He hauls in an interception off Herbert, flipping the script for a hot second. Then comes this wild sequence. We deny a Made-Will Reichard field goal, go for it on 4th down shortened by a Chargers penalty, snag another flag after a sack on Carson Wentz, and boom, Jordan Addison hauls in a touchdown. Electric, right? Too little, too late, though, we couldn't claw back the deficit. Addison's grab was pure fire. 88 yards on the year now? That's our guy. But man, what if that early pick stood? Would the night flip? Your take? Flip the script to the Bolts ground game, and rookie Kamani Vidal? He owned us with a career-high 23 carries for 117 yards, including his first NFL touchdown and explosive bursts of 18, 18, and 20 yards, averaging 5.1 per pop. That's not just running. That's trucking through our front like it was paper. We preach stopping the run as our brand, but Thursday, they gashed us for 207 total rushing yards. Oof. Vikings news reminder. We've held opponents under 100 on the ground in 4 of 7 games this year. Regression or wake up? Hit me with your hot take below. Chargers' air attack was surgical too. Ladd McConkey snagged 6 balls for 88 yards, leading the charge, while Orond Gadsden 2 reeled in 5 for 77. Don't sleep on veteran Keenan Allen's 4 catches for 44 yards. That guy's a savvy route runner who picked us apart. Herbert spread the love for 227 passing yards total, and we couldn't blanket him. Our secondary, battle-tested all year, looked a step slow. Skull fans, who's your defensive back MVP so far this season? Addison's been lights out offensively. Can we match that coverage? 3rd down defense? A horror show. They converted 9 of 13, including a gutsy 3rd, and 13 right after Rodgers' overturned pick. Herbert lasers it to Allen for 17 yards, keeping a drive alive that ended in Gadsden's score. That's chain moving at its worst for us. We backed M up, then let M stroll. Blake Cashman called it straight. Sloppy. We've got to be better in a lot of areas. That wasn't our brand of football. Amen, brother. Stats don't lie. Opponents hit just 38% on third downs against us entering this game. What flipped the switch? Metellus backed Cashman hard, firing up the locker room truth. If we're not all 11 executing on every play, you end up with results like this. Unacceptable, he says, and he's spot on. We've got the talent, the coaches, the buy-in. But execution, that's the gap. Definitely something we have to look in the mirror and, as a team, figure out how we execute on a high level like we're supposed to be doing. Joshua's a dog. His third quarter pick showed it. Skull Nation, you feeling that mirror moment too? Who's the unsung hero we need stepping up? No dodging the smoke. Metellus didn't pull punches on communication. If you leave things unsaid, you're just beating around the bush. We're all grown men. We get paid to win football games. Boom. No thin skin here. Everybody's locked in on the process, hungry to win. That raw honesty, it's fuel. Imagine the film room this week, heads down, then heads up. Vikings news exclusive vibe. This is the edge that turns 3-4 into playoff pushes. What tough love would you drop in that huddle? Despite the wreckage, the locker room bonds ironclad. Cashman preached it. We believe in this group. We don't have a bunch of individuals. We have a very connected team that will hold each other accountable and believes in one another. That's the heartbeat, folks. Unity in the storm. That's what's really important, he added. We've got the pieces. Jefferson's now the youngest ever to 8,000 receiving yards. Per FreshVikings.com updates. Silver lining alert. Who's your ride or die Viking right now? Tape session's gonna burn. Cashman knows. We're gonna cut up this tape, and there's guys. I'm sure a lot of us aren't going to be proud of the performance we see out of each of us individually. But I know each man next to each other in the locker room is going to believe he's going to get it right. Accountability with faith, that's championship DNA. Coming off 2 losses in 5 days. First back-to-back skid this year, it's raw. But Skull fans, we've rallied from worse. What's one play from last night that haunts you most? Now at 3-4, staring down a division bloodbath in Detroit, Cashman didn't flinch. You look at a competitive division, competitive conference, you have a decision to make. I feel like we're in a tough place, but we can't panic. Got to stay connected and continue to go back to work. Urgency's electric. NFC North's a meat grinder, but our schedule's got winnable spots. Beliefs there. Fires lit. Vikings news heads up. Fresh off the wire. No major injuries reported yet, but eyes on Wentz's toughness after that sack. Pumped for the bounce back. Shout out to Carson Wentz. He showed grit, battling through a shortened 4th down sack and that late drive, even if the offense sputtered for just 10 points. Per Vikings.com, he absorbed hits like a vet, but we need rhythm. Herbert's 62 rushers exposed our edges. Greenid and Allen's sacks were sparks, but not the blaze. Metellus on mobile QBs. This is what the league is. We'll have to figure out what we do well. 2 more dual threats ahead? Game changers. Skull Nation, Wentz or bust. Your QB verdict? Vitals 117 yards and TD? A rookie's dream on our dime. Those 18 to 20-yarders burned deep. McConkey's 88 yards shredded our DBs. Gadsden's 5 for 77 added spice. We allowed 37 points. Worst since last year's divisional woes. But hey, Addison's TD kept fight alive. Reichard's near-miss FG? Bold call from KO. Stats Corner. Chargers' 207 rush yards dwarf our season average allowed. Wake up fuel. What defensive scheme tweak you yelling for? Rodgers almost pick 6? Heartbreaker that set the sloppy tone. 3rd down conversions followed like clockwork. Cashman. Sloppy. That wasn't our brand. Our brand's bend but don't break. Thursday, we snapped. Metellus. We've got the right guys. Everybody in the building is bought in. But we've got to buy in a little more. That's the mantra. FreshVikings.com nugget. No panic trades brewing, but Thielen rumors swirling league-wide. Homecoming? Wild thought. Your dream roster move? Herbert's 3 TDs. 227 yards? Surgical. Our 39-plus defensive minutes? Exhausting. O'Connell, no excuses. Injuries, short week, whatever. It's not our standard. Standard's elite. Top 10D entering the game. Now, questions. But locker rooms united. Nobody has thin skin. Everybody wants to win. Metellus words echo. Skull fans, this loss? Catalyst or crater? Vote in comments. Wrapping the wreckage. 3 to 4 stings. But Detroit's next. A chance to roar. Cashman's urgency. Can't panic. Stay connected. We've got Jefferson's milestone magic, Addison's fire, and a staff scheming fixes. Vikings news bonus. Per latest updates, Wentz's toughness praised internally. No major hits reported. Skull Nation, we're built for this. What's your bold prediction for Lions? Alright, Purple Pride. That's the raw recap from Inglewood's nightmare. But we're Vikings. We rise. If this fired you up or broke your heart, smash that like button. Drop your hottest takes in the comments. What's our must-win fix? Subscribe for daily Vikings news drops, hit notifications so you never miss a Skull shout, and share this with your fellow fans to spread the horns. Let's pack US Bank Stadium with Thunder next. Go Vikes. Skull.